Take a look at this map of the Middle East right now. You've probably seen the headlines about this latest so-called agreement that's stirring everything up. Honestly, calling it a real deal feels more like wishful thinking. Israel has faced missile and drone attacks before, including quite recently, so staying on high alert and dealing with potential threats preemptively is nothing new. The possibility of threats from Iran or its closely connected proxy groups is always taken seriously. Now, this is where things get interesting. Israel views its actions as a response to Hezbollah's attacks from Lebanon, yet there's always the risk that Iran could decide to step in more forcefully. When you see how interconnected everything is in the Middle East, it's not hard to understand why so many people are watching these developments so closely. We're going to unpack what's happening because these stories in today's news seem pretty random and chaotic on their own, until you zoom out and see where they fit in God's big picture. Ancient Persia, that's modern-day Iran, has been building its reach through groups like Hezbollah for years. In this recent so-called deal, those dangerous connections weren't dismantled. They were left completely intact. Iranian leaders are basically declaring any strike on their allies in Lebanon means they'll hit back directly. We saw missiles and drones flying just recently, and I keep asking myself, does this deal really hold anything together? Because it still feels like the region could end up back in that same cycle again. There are even reports that bigger powers dangled financial offers to Iran just to keep them from launching, but those were brushed aside. In that part of the world, it's all about looking strong and loyal, not appearing weak or leaving your partners hanging. You can feel the shift happening. Long-time friendships that once stood firmly with Israel are cooling off. Families living near the borders wake up every day under the shadow of rockets and drones. Meanwhile, voices around the world push for Israel to hold back while the threats keep growing. But here's where it gets really fascinating. As someone watching all this through the Bible, it feels like we're seeing the stage being set for something straight out of Ezekiel 38, the massive Gog and Magog invasion. Imagine this, a powerful leader from the north teaming up with Persia, Iran, and other nations from areas we know today as Turkey and beyond. These players don't even share direct border fights with Israel in the natural sense, yet they'll come surging forward like a storm cloud covering the land, driven by something deeper than politics. It's pretty incredible how the ancient words line up with today's headlines. Alliances forming, old hatreds boiling over, nations that once helped keep the peace now stepping back. I get a little speechless every time I connect these dots. It's so clear the Bible isn't just an old book. It's alive and unfolding right in front of us. Now, I'll be honest, watching all this can stir up real sadness. It's tough to see injustice and messy diplomacy playing out, to watch relationships between nations fray, and to sense darkness seeming to gain ground. But as believers, we don't watch in fear or despair. We watch with wide-eyed hope. Jesus told us to keep our eyes open for exactly these kinds of wars, rumors of wars, and nations rising against each other. When we see them ramping up, he said to look up, because our deliverance is getting close. Before this full end-time storm hits its peak, something amazing awaits every person who has put their trust in Jesus: the rapture. Believers suddenly caught up to meet the Lord in the air. We won't face the darkest parts coming on the earth. What an incredible promise! That's why, even as tensions rise and prophetic pieces click into place, our hearts can stay filled with excitement instead of dread. These events aren't meant to scare us. They're signals to get ready, stay alert, and share the good news of Jesus while there's still time. These are extraordinary days we're living in. The nations mentioned thousands of years ago are moving into position. The puzzle is coming together faster than many expected. For every Christian paying attention, our blessed hope has never looked brighter. So look up, friends. Stay watchful. Live faithfully. Tell others about the Savior who died and rose again to forgive us. Our King is coming soon. Subscribe, like, and share your feedback in the comment section. God bless you, and shalom.